next question where we have to calculate the enthalpy in a reaction. This is the rate of reaction chapter. So equation for the complete combustion of methane is shown. Now, before even I start doing the calculation, there are few simple things that I need to understand. That because this is combustion, there will be energy which will be released because it's a combustion reaction. So we understand that in combustion, energy is released. So we understand that if I consider this to be the system, then net energy would be leaving the system. And whenever the energy leaves the system, basically the energy of the system decreases. Inside the system, the energy has decreased. So that is why, and we know that when energy is released, leaves the system, that delta H is negative. Delta H is negative. So our answer should be negative. And that is what is seen in 3 of the choices where the answer is negative. In only one, the answer is positive. So we can safely assume that this won't be the answer. Now we have to select among these 3. So for this, we will do the calculations. We'll start doing the calculation. But I wanted to make this clear before even, we start doing the calculation. Now, when we start the calculation, we understand that EB would be the energy which will be required to break the bonds of the reactants. So, one way of looking at this is that let us assume that you are playing with Lego toys. So, you want to make a new toy. So, whatever toy you would have made using the Lego pieces, so you have to break the whatever toy you would have made. You require energy to break the bonds. So this I am denoting by EB, and because this is the energy which you would be put in the system, which you will be putting in the system, this would be positive. And on the product side, new bonds would be formed. Now, whenever new bonds are formed, energy is released. So this EF would be the system. EF would be the energy, which will be released when new bonds are formed. I hope this is making clear. Otherwise, you can look at the calculation, then it will start making sense. So, what are we doing here? So, on the left side, basically what we are doing is we are trying to break the bonds. So, how many bonds would be here? For doing these kind of questions, you need a basic understanding of the chemical bonding. Otherwise, my take is that it becomes a bit difficult to understand. So, chemical bonding, basics of chemical bonding is required. So, CH4, because otherwise you won't be able to, for example, if I'm making these bonds, CH4 bonds, if you don't understand the basics of chemical bonding, how will you be able to visualize what is happening? So, if you see here, there are 4 bonds which will be broken. This bond would be broken, this bond would be broken, this bond would be broken, this bond would be broken. So energy would be required. You'll have to put energy inside the system to break these 4 bonds. How we calculate this is that this is the amount of energy, this is the positive energy that will be required. I'll be multiplying this number by 4 because I am breaking 4 bonds. So I hope this is making clear, and this would be positive. And that is why you see this number. 4 CH bonds I am breaking. This is the energy which is required to break the bonds. So 1640 kilojoule energy would be required to break the bonds of CH4, of methane. Now let us look at the next reactant that we need to, bonds where we need to break. So this is a bond that I'll need to break. This OO bond that I need to break. It is mentioned here. Now if you see, there are 2 moles of oxygen molecules that I have to break. So I'll have to give energy. The energy would be multiplied by 2 because there are 2 moles of oxygen molecules which I am breaking. So that is why you see here 2 the calculation is 496 into 2 is 992, and 4 into 410 is 1640. So what I'm trying to tell you is that 2632 kilojoules energy would be put in the system. 2632 amount of energy would be put in the system to break the bonds. To break the bonds of break the bonds of the products on the left side. I hope this is making clear, because this is a fairly simple topic. At least one question comes in the chemistry exam, and once you understand the logic, if you understand the logic of at least one question, one numerical, you'll be able to do all the numericals. And as I understand, this question, this numerical, this enthalpy calculation is repeated in class grade 11 also. So spend some time to understand how this works if you plan to take chemistry again. So I've calculated that 2632 amount of energy would be required to break the bonds. Now I come towards the product side. Now, if I look at the product side, see, this is how, if you want to, we can ignore the bonding for a while. So let us assume that if you don't understand bonding, then maybe you'll get some hint when you look at these bonds. So, for example, if you are the kind of student who doesn't understand single, double, triple bond, let us assume, then you can get a hint from here that if you are looking at CO2, then these are the kind of bondings which will be there. So there will be double bond on both sides of carbon. And the point that I'm trying to make here is that these are the bonds. So this is one bond which will be formed. This is another bond which will be formed. When one bond is formed, there is 805 moles of kilojoules of energy which is released. Now I am forming two bonds. So because energy is released, it is negative, and this has to be multiplied by 2. So 1610 kilojoule of energy is released. Please understand that when new bonds are made, energy is released. So 2CO, because 2 CO bonds are being made, so this is the amount of energy which is released. Now let us look at H2O. Again, let us assume that you don't understand bonding, but if you look at you'll get hint here. So this is what will be happening in H2O. So there will be a oxygen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Now if you look carefully, now this is where you need to be a bit careful. This is the one bond of OH. This is second bond of OH. So each H2O molecule has two bonds, two OH-OH bonds. When energy is released, negative sign is used. But then there are two moles of H2O. So this has to be multiplied by 2. And the whole has to be multiplied by minus 460. So this answer would tell us that minus 1840 kilojoule of energy would be released. So here minus 1610. Here CO2 minus 1610 kilojoule energy was released, and here minus 1840 kilojoule of energy is released. So we add these two. This is the energy which will be released. So minus 3450 kilojoule of energy is released. So in our system, 2632 was the energy that was required to break the bonds of the reactants. And when the products are formed, minus 3450 kilojoule of energy is released. So if you see net that we had predicted, net energy is released in the system. And we just have to calculate this minus 3450 plus 2632. So 8431. Minus 818 kilojoule. Minus 818 kilojoule per mole. Always remember that the unit of enthalpy is kilojoule per mole. So this is the energy which is released from the system. And of course, when we started the question, this is what we had expected. So, my suggestion to you would be that spend some time to understand the logic of this question. I have even provided you with hints that even if your bonding is not chemical bonding topic is not very clear, when you look at the bond energy, you can get hint about how the kind of bonding which will be there in the molecule. And otherwise, this is a fairly simple topic, doesn't require much. And another thing that you need to understand is that you need to look at how many moles of the molecules are there. So this is another critical thing that you need to understand. And if you haven't understood, I'll request you to look at it again, because this is a critical question. At least one numerical will come in the exam. So let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next numerical.